Hello YouTube, my name is Stacy. I'm known here as flightyrambler, and I'd like to welcome you to my channel today. And today it's day 7. Can you believe it's already day 7 of the Index Card a Day challenge? This is a challenge hosted by Yellow Daisy Art. She has a website and an Instagram I'll have linked in the description box below. I'm going to begin today's project by gluing 3 index cards together, and then I'm going to begin with some gesso. I'm going to create a rather thick layer, and then I'm going to pounce my flat brush on it to give it some more texture because I'm going to be reaching for watercolors today. Once everything is dry, I'm going to show you what happened to my Jane Davenport Brights watercolor set. I put it in the wrong spot and the paper stuck to my paints. That's all right, I'll peel it off and then later on I'll get it wet to get rid of those remnants of paper, but it doesn't impact the color at all. I'm going to play today with both the sets that I have, that's the brights and the neutrals. I'm going to use a Crayola watercolor brush. I don't mind that it's Crayola. It's a nice fat brush and holds a lot of water and a lot of pigment. So I'm going to fast forward here. I'm going to create some blocks of color and add some other colors so that they bleed together to create a kind of grid pattern. And I did the cardinal sin of drying my watercolors with a heat tool. I was under a bit of time constraints, so I'm going to forgive myself this time. And with the white acrylic paint and a fan brush, it's time for splats, 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 splats. Once the splats are dry, I want to do some scribble journaling with a regular pencil. And then I'll do some loose scribbles all over the place. I'm holding the pencil by the very end of it, so there's no real control. After the pencil work is done, I'm reaching for a Sharpie and an ultra fine tip, and I'm going to do some mark making on each of those color blocks. And then, I'm reaching for my brand new Neocolour IIs. If you haven't watched my most recent haul video, I'll have it linked in the top right-hand corner. I have a couple of things that I've picked up over the last few months that I'm showing you. And one of those things are the Neocolour II kit that I have right here. So I'm going to take a few colors and add marks to some of those color blocks. And it is so much fun. The colors are amazing. I like how it's layering on top of the watercolors. And there's the archival ink in black, as well as a script stamp. I'm going to do some stamping in the background. I'm going to reach for that pencil again, and this time I'm going to create a fantasy floral kind of botanical. And once I've drawn it out and then use the Sharpie to define the edges, I'm going to use acrylic paint to paint out the leaves. And the Neocolour IIs are water soluble, so they are reacting with the paint, but that's okay. I'll just put on a thicker coat. And once that first botanical is done and I've outlined it with those bold, sketchy lines with that ballpoint pen, I'm going to add a second. I'm going to use my Dymo to create a sentiment, and it is fret. I have been fretful as of late. I decide I want to define a border, so I'm going to use that Sharpie to draw some lines around my project. I didn't have the patience to let my sentiment dry after putting it down with Aleene's tacky glue, so I put the heat tool on it and it melted. It melted, so I went ahead and created a new sentiment and glued that down. And that's my project. I think the close-ups look amazing. I love how it turned out. The botanical on the front looks great. I love that it's colored in with those sketchy lines. Are you participating in this ICAD challenge? If you are, let me know so I can have a look at your projects. And that's it for me today. I'd like to thank you for watching. I encourage you to hit that like button if you enjoyed what you saw, and leave a comment below if you have any questions. And until my next video, bye-bye.